Good evening, I'm Sean Green with the Cbc Sports. Beginning with cricket news, a brilliant century knock from opener Hayley Matthews and a half-century from Deandra Dottin laid the platform for the West Indies women's innings in the third one-day international against the South African women in their International Women's Championship currently on at Kensington Oval. Winning the toss and deciding to take first knock, the home team scored 290 for 5 in their 50 overs, riding on an impressive 117 from Matthews, which included 17 fours. She was ably assisted with 59 from Dottin and 45 from captain Stephanie Taylor. Marizanne Cap took 4 for 55. CBC's Melissa Farley took in some of the early action in the session as Hayley's got to her half-century.
This was the opening pair of Kaisia Knight and Hayley Matthews before the West Indies women lost their first wicket with just 12 runs to the board. Knight LBW for 5 and the South African women are indeed celebrating. It meant that captain Stephanie Taylor made her way to the crease, but the South African celebrations came to a halt thanks to Matthews, who stood firm. She inflicted punishment on the bowling attacks of Cap and Class as West Indies women moved to 20 for 1. Though the skipper was still there, her response was not as expected as the home side needed as much runs as possible. However, she was able to assist Matthew as much as she could. Class, still trying to get Matthews' wicket, continued to fail at this stage. West Indies women now 45 for 1. Then eventually they reached the 50-run mark as those who came to support did just that. The chemistry between Matthews and Taylor was evident, resulting in a partnership that eventually reached 50 as Matthews took down Chloe Tryon. She continued on that path and deserved to lift her back for her half-century of 49 balls, including 9 fours. West Indies women at this stage were 78 for 1. Melissa Farley, CBC Sports.
The 2018 Bragging Rights Football and Netball tournaments recently ended with an award ceremony at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. In the inaugural netball competition, Parkinson were crowned winners, while Springer Memorial finished second and St. Leonard's and Leicester Vaughan finishing third. Meanwhile, in the 7th edition of the football tournament, Alexandra A were the eventual winners and collected a prize of 5 computers for the school, a quantity of paint, books from Day's Bookstore, 4 cases of printer paper, and a selection of wood to be used at the school's wood lab, as well as a selection of bottles. Now, last year's champion, St. George Secondary, collected 2nd place, while Christchurch Foundation collected the bronze. Now, committee member of the Bragging Rights Committee, Lydia Bailey, says the competition is a way for them to give back to the schools, and they have some other plans coming up in the coming years.
It's about camaraderie amongst all scholar teams aged 35 and over, as they enjoy the game that they love, reuniting old friends and giving back to participating schools. All prizes won are presented to the school for which the winning teams represent. Only the individual prizes are kept by the players. As our brand grows, we will continue to give back to those participating schools, eventually become a league, and capture participation from all secondary schools. Bragging rights just shouldn't be seen as a tournament, but more as a well-rounded entity, as we aim to assist students in need at any secondary school across the island, and enhance community spirit by visiting the areas we live or play in, and extending assistance wherever it is needed.